I am back today with an Addiesdive unboxing, and 3 of the watches showed up today, and I haven't swapped out anything on them, and I've barely unboxed them. Just opened them up enough to take a look and know that I've already fallen in love with all 3. Now, Addiesdive is one of those companies that really does some amazing watches, especially at the price point, and all of these are going to be Quartz, 2 of them are going to be GMTs, and all of them are going to be Rolex or Tudor Homages, and that really helps you scratch that itch until you can afford the real thing. These are definitely not direct replacements of a Rolex or a Tudor, but they give you the feel and wearability of something like that to try out color patterns and color schemes, as well as the overall size and feel of a watch before you drop thousands on the real deal. Or maybe you just want a nice beater. Let's take a look at them. The first one is going to be an homage of the Yacht-Master. I love the looks of this watch right off the bat, and I've never actually seen a Yacht-Master in person, so I didn't know how I was going to like the black bezel on top of a sort of Rolex style homage, and I love the feel of this watch. I love the looks of this watch, and I like the way that it just is affordable and gives you the feel of that. Now, these generally sell for about $69. This color variation was on sale for $62.99, but right now the price is $53.54. It's a 41 millimeter case, 200 meters of water resistance, and you get a great 316L stainless steel case. So it's going to be a pretty durable. This is going to be 48 lug to lug, 20 millimeter lugs on this, so you can swap it out with whatever band you want. And then you're going to get the actual Japanese quartz movement in here. So a really good quartz movement, and the lume on this seems to be pretty good. Now, I like the look and feel of this watch, especially when you consider this was $53. So a great kind of quartz watch to throw on your wrist. I will be swapping out the band, maybe something like leather. I've just been wearing a ton of Addiesdives lately, so that is a nice one to add to the collection for sure. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want full overviews of these watch after I wear them for a while. Now, I am on the wait list at the Rolex boutique, and I'll probably be there for the rest of my life and never actually get this watch, but I am on the wait list for the Rolex GMT-Master II with the black and blue, what they call like the Bruce Wayne or the Batman. I love that watch and would have to leverage a lot of assets to acquire it, but if I ever get the call from Rolex, I will grab that. This one is very similar in looks and feel, and if you never want to actually spend the money on the Rolex, this one is an absolute fraction of the price. These generally sell for $105, and this is a Quartz GMT, and again, this is actually a Swiss quartz movement in this GMT. How cool is that? The Jubilee bracelet could use a little work, and I'm going to pull mine off of that and probably put it on a strap or something like that. But the Jubilee feels fairly comfortable. It definitely has a lot of play in it. Definitely has a lot of droop in it, but it's kind of the nature of these watches, especially at the price point. Very nice bezel action on this. I love that two-tone blue and black, and the GMT is going to be nice to track a second time zone. I work with a lot of guys out of California, so having that second time zone being tracked is going to be really nice. This is on sale for 15% off in this color variation, down to $90. They also have some as low as $84, depending on the color variation you select. But for me, it was a no-brainer. I grabbed the blue and black, and I love the way that turned out. Now, this one is going to be kind of a double homage, more of an homage of a Tudor rather than a Rolex, but this is also going to be a GMT, which is going to be the Tudor Black Bay 58 Pro GMT, and that's also kind of an homage or very similar to the Rolex Explorer 2. Now, those and the Tudor family generally sell for right at about, I would say, $4,000 MSRP. Street price is right around $3,200. So to get this one on sale for $80, kind of a no-brainer if you wanted to try out that design. The case is just probably a touch thinner than the real Tudor itself, because that Tudor is shoving a true automatic GMT movement in here, but you get the looks and the feel, especially with the stainless steel bezel, that orange pop of color, and that GMT movement. Again, we are looking at a Quartz GMT movement in this one, and this one I believe is going to be the 515-24H Quartz movement, and I also think that's the same Swiss movement. You might have to dig a little bit deeper. I've never had a problem problem with any of the Addiesdive movements, and they work out really well. And I love the fact that, again, you can try out a lot of different color variations and styles of watches with Addiesdive to let you know what you really want, or just to have them added to your collection. In summary, I love Addiesdive. I love what they're doing. A lot of the micro brands and smaller brands that I've been buying have been automatic movements, but the Addiesdive quartz movements have been really nice to just pick up, grab, and go without worrying about setting it every single time you've left it for a couple of days. These are also really nice because unlike the Timex movements, these are going to be incredibly quiet ticking movements. You can't hear them ticking when everything is quiet in the room. Sometimes quartz movements can tick a little bit louder. It could be potentially annoying. I know maybe that's a weird quirk of mine, but I'm not really loving like a Timex action or the sound of the quartz movement inside a watch when you're sitting in a very quiet room. It just ticks, ticks, ticks in the background. These ones you don't hear it at all because of the case construction. The finishing is spectacular. These guys punch way above their weight class when it comes to fit and finish, and I'm glad I grabbed these three. I'll be updating you guys with the performance and overall wearability of these watches, and they'll probably all go on some type of strap because that's how I plan on wearing a real Tudors or Rolex if I inevitably get them or eventually get them at some point. Thanks for watching, guys. All of the information linking will be in the description below. Have a good one.